looked like Cookie Monster kind of thing. It was really cute.
So
but
it's a yum nut?
It's a yum nut.
Was
and
it
I'm like,
yummy?
Nut or nuts? I thought you said nuts.
Well, she was
Nuts.
saying
Do you have? Wait, how
It's
many
a
do you
don't-
have?
just one.
Okay, so it's a nut.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the On the Runs podcast. That's right. Don't go in your phone and look in your Apple Podcast app or your Spotify. This is episode 4. You heard that right.
Going back in time.
Going back in time. We're in the DeLorean. We just hit 88 miles an hour. Marty McFly.
Wrong movie. But
What's up, Eham Shazam?
I am good. I guess I'm feeling a little loopy on this
You are late.
Thursday evening.
You are late.
I am for the first time. Well, not the first time. The first unintentional time ever.
This was really late. 20 minutes late to the studio to
Completely
record.
forgot. I mean, in a way, I'm glad it's only just you because you'll still like me if even though I'm late. But thank you for the kind reminder because it's Thursday, not our usual recording day. Totally spaced it. Just
I was in the
totally
studio.
space
I
cadet.
spent like 15 minutes doing some work, and then I'm like, okay, it's 9:15 now. I'm going to shoot you a message. And I just sent it to the group chat. I go, I think Erika forgot.
Mm-hmm. But that made me think. I was like, oh, did our special guest actually join us? But I don't think they're going to show.
No. We were hoping to get on some of the original podcasters of the On the Runs pod, because this is episode 4, and we gave episode 4 a name in the past because it never dropped. What was the name of the episode?
The Lost Episode.
The Lost Episode. That's right. So, Katie, who was on the podcast for the first few episodes and helped produce and edit it, and she was essential in getting this whole thing going, she emails me one day and says, I have episode 4 and I need more space on my computer. Do you want it? And I was like, do I want it? Yes.
I was like,
I
yes,
want it.
you take that right now. We're keeping it.
So this is months ago, and I'm like, how am I going to use this? How am I going to play it, and when? And it's perfect. So while you're listening to the podcast right now, I am on vacation. So we are recording this a few days in advance. Everything we're going to talk about is going to be fun. It's going to be the normal tros, but our guest appearance is us from 2.5 years ago when we were all sitting down on the floor in Katie's house with one microphone around a table. You, me, Katie, and Shauna.
Yep. Oh, those were the good old days. I mean, we've come a long way since then, but it was kind of nice to revisit the very beginning of the On the Runs podcast. It blast from the past. It really was.
You had me when I edited this. You wanted it done before your vacation, and you listened to it already on the airplane.
I listened to it actually on a lounge chair on a sunny day by the pool, and not gonna lie, I listened to it today before recording because I wanted to make sure we had stuff to talk about at the end too. So I've listened to it a couple of times since then, and it's fun. I had a good time listening, so I'm hoping that everybody else enjoys it too.
I don't think we're that bad. I mean,
it wasn't terrible. No,
for the 4th time ever, like it was much better than episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we were getting the hang of things a little bit, finding our stride, and it was just a bunch of friends talking around a table, and it was a lot of fun. So
we gotta do that more. We gotta do that more. A bunch of friends talking around the table with drinks, though, and we'll be a lot more relaxed. And we'll do your Always Sunny dream episode. That's what we'll do.
Someday, but yeah, either way, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad we could do it, and I want to do it again.
Well, anyways, we got a few loose ends to tie right now. We haven't talked yet about the Super Bowl bet that one of us won, and one of us is going to have to pony up $100 that goes towards someone's fundraising, whether it's for the Boston Marathon or whatever the winner chooses.
All right, so who won? Tell me it was me. There's no way that they did more than 50 Taylor Swift.
So the over-under was 49.5. I took the over, which was pretty high, but the game had a big comeback from the Chiefs, and it went to overtime, and it went to the final 3 seconds of the game, and Taylor Swift was on TV for a total of 55
No freaking way. I'm
50
calling bullshit on that.
55 seconds.
Oh, but wait. So, all right. But what is that? Do I win? Tell me, do I win?
It was about 14 times on TV.
Aha! Victory is mine.
This does not count like the pregame ceremony when they walk out or the postgame ceremony that she definitely was on a couple of times. So
yes, because we had our terms. It was once the teams were announced or the teams were introduced and once the trophy was presented. So we had those terms. You had me going, man. You really had me. I was like, there's no freaking way.
The teaser there, 55 seconds. The first half of the game, she was only on for like less than 20 seconds. So there was a lot more time the second half of the game she got on during all the cheering and the comeback and the win. So that would explain the longest time she was actually on TV, longest continuous time was 6 seconds.
Really? I mean, everybody's like, oh, she's on TV so much. She really isn't. Like, they just like to complain. So go, Taylor. You do
when they pan to fans though, and they pan to you, Erika, when you're in the stands, you might be on once in 10 years, right? Like Taylor's on somewhere 15 or so times during the Super Bowl game. So I get it, but you know what? It's really not that long, and I actually think like it's actually good for football. I haven't watched a football game in years, but I know more what's going on in football because of her. So
can I tell you a fun story before we continue on? Speaking of being on camera and stuff.
Yes.
I went to a hockey game when I was out in California.
I saw that.
And I got on the Jumbotron because they were playing Sweet Caroline. And of course, me being from Boston, like Brandon, his dad, we were all there. We were singing. We were like, I don't know, cheers in the crowd with our beers, and we got on the Jumbotron, and the lady behind me had to tell us because we were so just having fun. We didn't even notice we got on it. So
I sent you, I don't even know if you reacted or you and Pterodactyl reacted. I sent you like a kiss cam video from a Florida Panthers hockey game. Do you recall that?
I'm not sure if I do. I saw the video you sent us today with the I'm a pterodactyl. Laughed at that. That was good.
I saw a kiss cam video, and the girl, when they turned the camera to her, she didn't kiss her boyfriend. She made another sexual kind of act on screen, and it was hilarious.
Oh, well, I will have to see if I can find that video. Or do I want to? Do I really want to find that video?
Yeah, no, it's funny. I mean,
okay.
She couldn't take the pants off that quickly. The camera moved.
Fair enough.
But no, it was freaking funny.
Yeah.
So I have, so the Super Bowl bet though.
Yes.
I have to pony up $100 that will go towards anybody of your choosing. It doesn't have to be Boston, but I have one suggestion I would like you to pick. You don't have to, I guess, but if you did, I would appreciate it. If you don't, I guess I'm out $125 or something. But I met a girl named Jennifer on that group run for Justine, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Jennifer has a fundraising event on March 9th. And I said, I'd pump the tires for this because it's at the Backyard in Manchester, or that might be Londonderry.
Backyard Brewery. No, that's in Manchester. It's close to the Londonderry Rail Trail, but yes.
Well, it's on March 9th, which is a Saturday, and she's doing a fundraising event there. She works there, and that's for her Boston Marathon. No, it's for her London Marathon charity. Because she's running Boston and then London. So I met her, I ran with her, and she was super cool. And I was like, absolutely. So this is the sticker. That, let's see if I can get it there. So that's her little sticker there.
I love it.
She's chasing a unicorn.
That's so cute.
Yep. And so on the back, the sticker has just Jennifer's Marathon Annual Fundraising Raffle, March 9th. Backyard Brewery. I think it was I forget the time. It's not on there, but I got it on Facebook. It's in the evening. If you show up at 5, 6 o'clock, you're golden. I think it goes to 8 or 9. So I said I might go, but you told me you're out.
Yeah, it's a family birthday. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make it. But you know what? I will allow you.
Fun event with Eric. Family birthday fun event with Eric.
Damn responsibilities, man. But I will allow you.
Who's family?
Brandon's brother. He's family.
You're good. You don't need to go to that.
His family. But anyways, I will allow you to use some of the winnings to go towards Jennifer's
All
London
right,
Marathon
I love it.
fundraiser.
$25 worth. So 1/4 of the 100.
I can't just let you do all the donating. I'll donate money too. We can collectively pick a whole bunch of different causes. We'll do $200 just to make it really worth it. We want to do
you're
some
a better
good.
person than me.
I want to do some
I'm
good
like,
here. So
I'm like, I already donated a ton of money. You're better than me. I probably would have done it too. But
well, you did
like,
squares and stuff. I didn't do I think I maybe only did one set of squares.
I gave $40 to Justine, and I put
Mhm.
all my raffle tickets in for the free pair of shoes, and I don't think I won because I left
Oh.
before they pulled the raffle tickets.
Oh, you would have heard by now. But all right, we'll do some good on the runs. We'll do some good, and we'll make sure that people get some money to help out their fundraisers.
Great, we'll do that. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
We recorded the other day, and we had 4 guests on. They're awesome. You guys are going to hear this next month in March. But when I went to the bathroom right before we hit record, I came
Mhm.
back, and you were all laughing and making fun of me.
Oh.
Were you making fun at me because I was like, I'm recording the Daytona 500, and once we finish this, I'm going to be up all night long?
No. So it was Tom. He goes, "So what triggers Eric?" He wanted to say something to make to piss you off, and I was like, "Well, NASCAR." That was the first thing that popped in my head, and I'm like, "Oh, I should have said make fun of the Bruins or something." That would have made him mad too. But
that wouldn't have made me mad. It just
No?
would have I would have gone in attack mode,
oh,
and I would have gone after his Flyers or something and gritty and
well,
all
I'm
that.
glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't quite do that. So
Tom wanted to get me rattled, huh?
He did. He wanted to rile you up. So the first thing that popped in my head was NASCAR. I was like, Daytona. So I think that's what he brought up right when you sat down, right? Sound right?
Possibly, because it was the rain out
Yeah.
and that was Monday night. And so the TV is supposed to, and it always has done this, even on rainouts, it records the race. When I went downstairs to watch the race and edit last week's episode, it didn't record it.
No.
And it saved me probably so much sleep, but you should have seen me with the controller trying to find on YouTube the 25-minute race, replay recap, but trying to close my eyes so I don't see who wins the race.
It for yourself.
Right. Because I
what a
wanted to watch
pain.
it and not know. And then all of a sudden, one of the videos just William Byron in victory lane. I'm like,
God.
William
You
Byron.
tried so hard, man. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's a
And then the
bummer.
Bruins almost pissed me off the other night. They're in Edmonton, so it's a West Coast start.
Mhm.
I turn on the game, it's 4-1, and I'm like, all right, sweet. And I was doing some work, real work actually, on the computer, watching the game, and they blew the 4-1 lead. And I'm texting a guy at work, and I go, I am so mad whenever I turn on the Bruins, they freaking blow it, and they just lost the lead, and now we're going to overtime. And then we win in overtime, and I go, I take it all back. But yeah, that's me.
Yep. Well, I figured those would be the 2 triggers that would possibly get you riled up. So I was pretty right.
I love Tom. I can't believe he wanted to rattle me. He has that beautiful shaved head just like mine, which, by the way, do you notice it's shaved again? It was getting pretty long.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
How'd you shave it? Did you go full on? Oh, should we even talk about
I had to purchase a new something, but I'm not going to say it yet.
I was going to say, did you bick it?
I go as short as I can, baby.
Gotcha.
Hey, you need to, when are you going to update your Instagram handle to 6-star Erika? What's going on? People are asking this question. Legit, I've gotten this question.
So I was waiting because I applied to be a Gooder ambassador again, and you have to put in your Instagram handle. And so I did the old Eham Shazam one, and I got rejected for a 5th. I don't know how many times I've applied for that, but did not make it. So now I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do it. But then I keep thinking they're going to keep adding stars. So why?
No,
I don't know.
do it. You need to do it. Everyone voted yes. And by the way, it's okay you didn't get picked because you don't want to be like a walking billboard.
I
You
wear
don't
them
wanna
all
be
the
like-
time anyways.
I know, but there's some out there walking billboards. I feel like and just tag. I love it, and I'm also like, I don't want to be the billboard. I don't want you to be one. But if anyone want to sponsor the podcast, yeah, we'll be your billboard.
Right.
Erika's a hypocrite. Call me out. I don't care.
I only go for the stuff that I'm really a fan of, like my pro compression socks. I would love to be a Gooder ambassador. I wear those constantly, and then
I want to try the Gooder ski goggles.
see, I would even get those, and maybe I would run outside in the cold, just keep my eyes warm. But
Well, keep like most of your face warm too.
yeah,
You would love it. They look cool. I just wonder how good the quality is. It looks like good quality. They're not.
They're more expensive, but probably cheaper than like a really good
Well, the
pair.
ski goggles I want
don't
are
know.
like $200, and the Gooders are like
these
$80. So
yeah, I thought they were like 75, 80. So yeah, I mean, is that enough to try them, or maybe if you got a discount?
Or maybe if they want to sponsor, and I'll try them and talk about them.
Do it. Come on, Gooder. I still love you, even though you let me down.
Yeah. Bummed out you didn't get that ambassadorship, but it's okay. When I come back
guess
from
that opens me up for a new Instagram handle.
That does, Oakley, if you're out there. But
I wasn't even talking sunglasses. I just meant I could do my Instagram handle now.
Yes, 6-star Erika. When I'm back from vacation, I want to see 6-star Erika. And when I'm back from vacation, I might have some news. I signed up for a race, but fingers crossed I get in. It's like a lottery system. We'll see. I'm going to leave it at that. That's a teaser. Fingers crossed.
I have a feeling I know which one it is, but we'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline. All right. I think we've chatted enough here in the intro.
Yeah.
We should get to the lost episode.
I really am so excited for you guys to hear it. One of the main things we talk about, which I feel like it's not really a spoiler or anything, is my 2021 London Marathon recap. So I had a lot of fun reliving that, and I hope everybody enjoys listening. And
there's also a Code Brown, and there's also the first F-bomb ever on the pod.
Was that the first one, really?
It was. And then we were discussing after, like, can we do that? Should we do that? Like, what are we going to do? And then you and I waited a few more episodes to finally let it fly. And we're like,
and
we're just
now
let it fly.
This one can firmly stay.
Yes.
So
everyone, enjoy Erika, Shauna, Katie, and me from the lost episode of the On the Runs podcast.
Welcome back. We're here to do episode 4. I'm Shauna. I'm sorry I missed last week. I'm here with Erika.
Hello, guys.
And Eric.
What's up?
And we're ready to get started.
Episode 4. We've made 4 episodes.
Woo!
We're big time now. What's going on, Erika? How was last night? How are you feeling this morning?
I feel great. Last night's Halloween party was a lot of fun. It was nice to see you guys. It's been, like a month since we've been together, so...
It was nice to see you, too.
Well, so, yeah, I mean, pregnancy has its downfalls. I had to leave by 9:30 or 10. What time did I leave? 10?
Something like that.
So
I got there around 10:30, so I was a little late.
No late night parties anymore.
And I think we were there a little late.
Yeah, I didn't go to bed till like 2 a.m. That's like a new record for me lately, so...
That was very spontaneous. I had a college game last night, and I was like, oh, wait, there's a party? Hit it up on the way home. Everyone was sleeping, so like, all right, let's go. Ashley is probably learning for the first time right now. I went to a party last night.
Thought you were working extra hours.
Yeah.
What was your costume?
I was, what do you call it, a monkey suit?
He was dressed nice, and I'm like, yeah, I put on his monkey suit.
I was all dressed. I walked in, and I go, do you have a few minutes to talk about your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? With a 6-pack of beer. Like one of those guys who Jehovah's Witnesses that walk up to your door.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can say that I was a 8-ball.
Oh.
A billiard ball.
Okay.
Erika, what were you?
I wore my very nice dirndl. It's that German dress that you see a lot in Oktoberfest. So
Authentic from Germany?
Not from Amazon, but I wore it to Germany when I went a couple years ago. So, but yeah, it was fun to relive my Oktoberfest days.
Nice. You missed some really great conversation because we talked for probably an hour about just Peloton instructors.
Was it the Halloween edition of Peloton instructors?
Oh, a few of them. And then one who really hates Halloween.
Oh, Jess Sims. We love you, Jess Sims.
Bex Gentry. Randomly, just as Erika is gushing over Bex Gentry, I pull my phone up and I go, "Hey, hold on!" I put her in the selfie mode and I sent Bex a message. And about 11 o'clock this morning, Bex responded to Erika and said, "Hey."
She said hi, and I was like fangirling all over again. So that was a lot of fun.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done any fun Halloween Peloton rides this weekend?
I did Bex's Halloween run yesterday, actually, before we went to party. And
did you wear your outfit?
No, because I would have sweat right through that. And
Bex can do it. You can't.
She kicked my ass. It was not an easy run by any means. So,
have you ever done a race in an outfit?
Well, yeah, we did. We used to do the Freaky 5K down in Rhode Island.
Yeah, that was one of our first couple of years of running.
What were you?
I was a bumblebee once.
And I think I did like a Red Sox player. I had like the hat and jersey and stuff. But
right.
I did one. I ran as
in.
a piece of sushi with my mom and my sister for one race in Manchester.
We need to do one where we're like legit dressed up as some type of mascot.
Oh, I did the Halloweener Hustle or whatever. The one where you dress up in costume, relay team of 4, eat a hot dog, drink a beer, pass the baton.
Okay.
Run in costume. That was the year I was the ketchup.
Oh.
Ketchup, mustard, relish, and a hot dog.
All right. Isn't there a Santa's one?
Oh, the Santa Shuffle, that's coming up.
And everyone's dressed as Santa, right?
Yeah, I was actually thinking we should do that as a team and get some, we'll actually shuffle and we will get like a team photo at the end when
do you know when?
we're crossing the finish
it's
line.
usually like early December.
It's when they do the parade.
Is it Millennium?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to go slow. I don't.
Do we have to? Oh, that's
often.
right.
I was thinking
you're pregnant.
You could bring Adeline or something.
Do you have to buy your own Santa outfit?
Nope. No, they give it to you.
Okay.
They supply.
Do you get to keep it?
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm totally doing this.
I've done it a few years in a row, and it's a lot of fun.
So you got like a couple Santa outfits.
I do. I mean, the more you wear them, the more they disintegrate over time. But still got a couple beards and hats in the attic.
We got a whole crew.
That will be fun. Katie?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Hi, Katie, by the way.
Hi.
Just want to let everyone know you're here. Erika.
Yeah.
I think you have news.
Oh, God, you guys. Okay. I almost had a #Code Brown incident the other day.
Now, last episode, when we talked about some Code Brown stories, you had none.
No, and now I do. But, all right, so let me just preface this by saying that if you have listened to a couple of our other episodes, I say that I have terrible fueling habits. I don't eat what I should, and I randomly had the day off, and I decided to run the virtual Boston Marathon. And I just was like, oh, I'm going to do it today. I had Chipotle the night before. That is definitely not the type of energy foods that you want to have. So here I am. I'm feeling pretty good. This was 5 days post London, which we'll talk about later. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna wing it. So I'm on the Nashua River Rail Trail. So I think the whole thing is like 12 and a half miles long. I went 11 miles down and oh God.
Chipotle reared its head.
Isn't that around the same place that you had your Code Brown incident on that same trail?
It would have been same trail about halfway though. So
like
6.5 miles in, you're 11, but yeah.
Yeah. So as fate would have it, I usually carry around like hand sanitizer and tissues in case something happens. And
what about wet wipes? On the Runs edition wet wipes.
I'm going to start carrying those, that's for sure. But I don't know what happened. I just wasn't thinking, and those didn't make it into my Camelback vest, and I had to make an emergency detour into a little town that I came across on the trail, and I had to beg some nice woman. I said, please, may I use your bathroom? I am desperate. And she just looked at me like the sad creature I was and helped me out. But if I did not find a bathroom when I did, it would have been catastrophic.
So it hit you at mile 11.
Yes.
How many miles did you run with that feeling?
Probably started around mile 5. And I was just like, this is bad.
Okay, so you went and found the woman at 11.
No. I turned around at mile 11. I got to her at like mile 14.
So you went about 9 miles.
Because it didn't hit me so bad at first. I was like, I don't feel that great, but whatever.
It was coming.
And then I was like, oh,
and you kept going. You didn't turn around and head back to the parking lot.
I thought I could do it.
She's still a long ways to go to get to the parking lot.
Yeah. Well, I could have kept going because I'm like, all right, if I keep going into the sketchy town at the end of this at the end of this rail trail, there's at least a gas station. But I didn't want to be stuck that far in case something happened again. So I don't know. I made a bunch of mistakes that day.
You made a mistake. I'll tell you.
Yes, I did.
From my experience, when it comes, and it's usually around, say, mile 4, I now make a goal to take care of it early.
I wish I would have. It would have made the whole experience more manageable.
But if you're not prepared and you take care of it early, you're going to be paying for it later when you get in the shower. Yeah. If you're not prepared, you got to carry something like wet wipes and clean up everything.
Luckily it didn't go that far. I got to use an actual bathroom, so I was just fine. But things could have taken a very, very bad turn. I 0 of 5 stars. Would not recommend.
Last year, Shauna and I were running in Raymond, and I knew it was coming. And when I found the perfect trail to like on the side to jump off of and go about 50 feet up this hill, I knew it's coming, but there's a trail. I got to make it. This is where I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like doing it now.
Yeah. But that was less than fun for me.
Yeah. I wasn't here for last episode, but I have not actually had any code brown incidences either up until this point, but I was very close after one of my virtual marathons.
On the trend we're going now, if you don't have one and you talk about it, you're going to have it before the next episode.
Apparently. Well, it's okay. I don't run enough now.
That's right. Yeah. How many weeks?
23 weeks.
23 weeks. So, did you see my post about the car?
I did. From Philly.
That guy had a code brown.
Literally.
A year ago, I'm in Philadelphia for something different, and I'm running along the river, and about 150 feet off the road is a car down the embankment of the river.
Oof.
I posted it earlier, and one of our top listeners goes, "That guy had a code brown."
That was a very bad day for that guy for sure.
Yeah. I wonder what the insurance said on that one.
Don't want to know.
All right. I say let's get with the rundown. We got some good stories to talk about, some marathons, Boston, London, and about another 3 or 4 fulls and halves you did virtually.
I told you I had a busy time when you guys I didn't see you.
You're our superstar. All right. The rundown. I think... Can
we get a round of applause really quick for Erika for her London marathon?
Sub 4 hours. Pat myself on the back.
Best race ever.
I cannot wait to tell you guys about London. It was an absolutely incredible trip overall, but the race was everything lined up. The stars, the moon, good juju energy. It was just a fantastic day all around. But... the trip was just incredible. I mean, it was super stressful to plan in times of COVID going international, but we did it. We got out there. Didn't have the best weather the whole time. A lot of rain, but that's typical for London. We did some cool sightseeing. It's just so rich in history. You walk out the door and it's just bam, ancient buildings and kings and queens. I don't know.
Old.
Very cool.
Royal
Old stuff.
Royal corgis.
Yep. Oh, I did not see any corgis for you. I was very disappointed, but I looked. I did look. But yeah. So what do you guys want to know? I've got so much that's going to take up so much time.
All right. COVID testing.
Yeah.
COVID
what was
testing.
it like traveling internationally?
Well, this is only my second time going international, but in order to go out there...
During COVID or ever?
Well, ever.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I've only been to Germany and then London now. So I had to do a COVID test within 72 hours of leaving. That was before I could even get into England. And then I had to do a day 2 test so I could stay in England. And then in order to go to the expo and the marathon, I had to do rapid tests. And then in order to get on the plane home, I had to do another test. And I had to do a televisit with
What would happen
doctors.
If you're ready to go home, you just checked out your hotel, and then they say, nope, you got COVID?
Well,
Back into another
Would you be
hotel.
stuck?
You would have to go into COVID quarantine and stay for 10 days.
You'd have to go get another hotel?
I'd have to get another hotel. So I was super careful out there, wore my mask the entire time. I did not want to take any chances.
And when you flew out, you were stuck in the airport in Logan for 12 hours. right?
Well, no. Our flight got delayed from bad weather. But we were on a bus getting down to Boston, and they're like, "Oh, your plane is 3 hours delayed," and we're like, "So we're going to be very, very early to Boston." So it was only a little extra detour,
and
but
you couldn't drink, right?
No, because our terminal wasn't serving alcohol, and we're like, "Why not?" Like, it's kind of our tradition. Like me and my boyfriend, whenever we travel, we'll get drinks at the airport and cheers and like hope for a great trip, and we couldn't do that. Well, we had nips, so I guess that
You made it
counts,
happen.
but yeah.
Any Pink Whitney?
No, I think we had Captain, so it was good enough. But yeah, so I mean, traveling out there really wasn't that difficult. We had a plane of nice people. There were no incidents on any flights.
Was it packed? Full flight?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
A lot of room.
Lot of room. There were like empty rows all around us. Like, I was in row 3 and it was just me and Brandon. So, it was not full on either flight.
Did you do your homework? Did you watch all those YouTube videos I sent you?
I did not. I failed.
I gave you a homework assignment. You had a 6-hour flight.
We'll work on it.
Ryan Van Duzer. By the way, he follows me on Instagram now.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's for another time. But yes, those videos. You got to see those videos.
I will work on it. I promise.
All right.
You might have to send them to me again. I'll try to find them.
They're there. They're in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't know. You
So,
want to talk about this race you had?
Yes, I do. So the London organizers it was absolutely seamless. Everything was perfect. The expo, they had like 4 or 5 days actually that you could go. So they were trying to decrease the amount of like traffic for distancing and whatnot. So I went on the first day that you could. There was not a lot of people there at all, but it was super easy to get my bib number. You had to go drop off a bag because they put your medal in there. So like when you finish the race, instead of people like handing you medals, you went to the bag check and you just got your medal, your t-shirt, like your recovery drinks and whatnot from there. So it was easy to do that. I had a pick of all the gear. I got a nice jacket, some t-shirts, and I got to meet my charity, everybody from my charity, which was Sense UK. And it was awesome. Like I was a top fundraiser, which was cool. So I got a pair of like golden shoelaces, which sadly did not fit on my sneakers. They were too like really thick. So, but I planned on putting them on another pair of shoes. So, race day, I was so excited. Rachel was there with me. Rachel Run for Medals. And we traveled on the tube together to get there, and it was just so perfect. We were worried though that the weather was going to be a little crappy. But it turned out to be a clear, slightly breezy, beautiful temperature day. And everything was perfect. Yeah. I ran a 3:57:23, which is
so
37 minutes faster than my best marathon from Chicago 2018.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I
Congrats.
kicked, like I
So
was
proud.
the crowd support was great. Like everybody came out for this. Like it was so awesome. Like I can't even describe. I'll have to post some pictures on the runs page. But yeah, it was so great. I can't even
37
describe.
minutes.
37
That's
minutes.
insane.
What was your first marathon ever?
My first marathon ever was the Smutty Nose Rock Fest.
So what was the time there?
I did like 4:50 for my first.
Okay, I thought for some
marathon.
reason it was like you had a 5.5.
That
was
that the
Manchester.
Oh, that was
Okay,
Manchester.
so you had a
I knew
5.5,
it was one that I did with you.
I've done
and
honestly,
now you got a sub 4-hour marathon.
honestly, like early days.
Thank you, Bex.
Seriously, yes. My marathon times were all over the place in the early days. Like my first one was 2012, and then I took 3 years off before I signed up for another, and then that was like a 5-hour marathon, 5 hours, maybe sub 5 hours here and there. But yeah, this is when it started to really look up.
So it was a London PR. Was it a marathon PR?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
well, that's my
but
first
the
London,
37
so-
minutes was London.
My last best was Chicago. So yeah, this is like overall PR. Great for me.
What was your average pace?
Like 8:48.
Crazy.
Yeah. Super proud of
So
myself.
good.
I gotta pat myself on the back here.
Some people might be like, no big deal. I'm like, wow, like
I was
can't do
tracking
that.
Erika, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna do it. Oh my gosh, she's gonna do it. She did it.
There was a point where I'm like, wow, excuse my French, but even I can't fuck this up. Like, I could do 10-minute miles from this point on, and I'm great. I'm still gonna like get underneath where I need to be. So I was super.
Yeah, we
excited.
I rode a bike next to you for a warm-up marathon before, right? That was virtual Tokyo.
Yep.
So that was like a week or two before?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, yeah.
And you did that one, and like taking it easy in like 4:15, 4:20.
4:20, I think it
And
took,
you walked a bunch just because you were like not really trying to push yourself before London.
Exactly.
And I was like, you can beat 4. And you're like, I can't beat 4. Guess what? You beat 4.
Oh, man. It's such a good feeling. But
Like
yeah.
my Erika impression.
Thank you. Well, it was pretty accurate. But yeah, I mean, overall, London was just so cool. I mean, even before the race, I got to do a couple of shakeout runs. And I don't know if I told you guys this. I got to meet a couple of UK Olympians. They were triathletes. So that's right up Knute's alley.
Ooh.
I got to meet Georgia Taylor Brown and Alex Yee. So they were silver and gold medalists from the Tokyo Olympics this year. So, like, just
Super cool.
everything about this trip was just super cool, and not much I don't think can top it.
You also almost crashed the 007 party.
Yeah, we one day it was raining, so we went to the British, I think it was a Natural History Museum, and we're walking around, and there's people in these gorgeous dresses and tuxes, and we're just like, what the hell is going on? So we're following them. We're seeing Bentley, Rolls Royce, like all these wicked nice cars, and we're like, all right, something's going on.
Didn't Brandon get all giddy over a F1 driver?
Yes, he was like the only celebrity we picked out of like all the nice things, but we saw George Russell.
How do you know that an F1 driver?
Brandon watches it every weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, he loves F1. I actually enjoy it. Like,
You watched the Netflix show?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's
pretty
huge.
cool.
Not to change topics, but like the F1 race was here in the
Austin,
United
right?
States last week, and
Mhm.
it was a huge event.
Mhm.
It has been dead in America for years, and now it's like huge because they're saying because of Netflix and other content.
I can
Anyways.
see that. I mean, it's super cool to see like the lives that they lead and like the rivalries between like all the the companies. It's pretty cool.
Well, back to London.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we did all the touristy stuff out there. We just had a great time. Yeah.
What was the deal with the bridge? Everyone like was taking videos going over a bridge.
Oh, Tower Bridge. That's like the most iconic bridge out in London, and you cross it about the halfway point. So I don't know if any of you caught it, but I went live on Instagram to try to capture it. It's a very, very shaky video, unfortunately, but...
Why does everyone get so emotional there, though?
Oh, I didn't. I was just like, woohoo, this is cool.
I feel like a few people I saw post, Rachel one, was very emotional going over the bridge.
Well, it's just...
I wonder what the significance of the bridge was, because I don't know anything about London.
Well, it is one of the, like, most people think of London Bridge as, like, the most iconic bridge, but it is Tower Bridge. I don't know the history, so I'm not going to comment on that, but I'll post pictures. It's incredible. Like, it's such a cool structure, and it's right in the middle of the race. Like, I'm pretty sure it's at, like, the 13-mile mark, something like that. So maybe it's just, like, we're halfway there, like...
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What
So it
else?
was really
What else happened?
For what?
Tell me more. Good stories. You got any?
I don't know if I have any. Well,
I know you almost creeped out.
What about the food in London? What was your
my
snack
God.
foods, or what did you enjoy?
I have to share this. Big fan of donuts over here. Came across some little things. They're called yum nuts over there. It's like a cronut.
Is that what they call?
I had to buy it because it was like chocolate frosted and had little like googly eye like pieces on it, and it looked like Cookie Monster kind of thing. It was really cute.
So
but
it's a yum nut?
It's a yum nut.
Was
and
it
I'm like,
yum
Nut or nuts? I thought you said nuts.
Well, she was
Nuts.
saying
Do you have? Wait, how
It's
many
a
do you have?
just one.
Okay, so it's a nut.
But it was like a cronut. I don't know if you like a croissant donut, but they call it a yum nut. But that was like the interesting snack food that I had. But the food over there is just incredible.
You didn't have tea?
Oh, I'm not a tea person. I'm not the one to comment on
Tea
that.
and
We need
crumpets?
to get Rachel to come on the show.
I actually
because-
want to get into tea because
Do you?
I drink way too much soda, and people tell me to drink tea. Drink because I don't do coffee.
Well, tea will get you the caffeine if that's
Yeah,
what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But Rachel did like an afternoon high tea, and she had all the fancy.
Did you do everything
sandwiches
with
and-
Rachel?
Sadly, no. Like we had our own like tours booked, and she wanted to do her stuff, so we got to get together to do like some food together, some dinners. We went to the Harry Potter studio tour out there,
Mhm.
top notch. But like we did a few things together, but we mostly kind of had our own plans. So
The girl in Harry Potter.
Which one?
The girl who's Harry Potter's
Who plays
friend.
Hermione?
Is that her
Emma
name?
Watson,
No, but what's her name in Harry Potter?
Hermione Granger.
So that's Adeline's Halloween costume.
Oh,
Nice.
cool!
Yep, she
Way to bury the lead.
randomly. Tomorrow's Halloween, by the way, trick or treating. Randomly, she got into Harry Potter. Watched the movie. We were doing all the Pirates of the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to be a pirate. And now all of a sudden, started watching Harry Potter, and
All right.
she's the girl. What's her name?
Hermione Granger.
I can never say that.
She's a girl after my own heart. You'll have to show us pictures.
So what's coming up? What have you done since London besides your little
So,
program?
so we had we got home and I ran the virtual Boston. So you heard that. Then we volunteered at Boston. So I was there, and so were
Which
Katie
you told
and
us
Dan.
about. You broke on the pod.
Oh yeah,
episode
that's right. Event marshal, which was sadly not as entertaining as I had hoped it would be. I was a glorified direction giver, basically. but it was so fun to be down there for the action. Like it had so much fun. Got to meet some cool people too.
Were you like right down in Boylston?
We were kind of on the perimeter because you know how they block off all the roads for like safety reasons. So we were a few blocks away from the finish line and like pretty close to where the family meeting area was. I think we were by one of the medical tents too. So we were just making sure unauthorized people didn't get in when they shouldn't. We were just directing families to where they should go and trying to I made friends with a map. Like I was like, you are here. You need to go this way or this way. And so I don't know. I was trying to be as helpful as I could. But
Well, you are, even though you did that, and that's great, but you weren't, you didn't have quite the day that Katie had.
I did not.
Katie got a little TV time.
Yeah,
So
so
cool.
last minute we were kind of asked if we wanted to help out and volunteer, and we ended up volunteering at the Mile 2 water stop. So we were handing out Gatorade, getting splashed. We were covered. I respect, those water volunteers from now on. It was super cool. I wasn't paying attention when the elite women came through. I was recording, obviously, with one hand, my phone in one hand, Gatorade
Trying
in
to
the
make
other.
it real.
Yeah, and one of the elite women took a cup of Gatorade from my hand, so we made it on TV.
Your big squeak is.
Who was it?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that, and I'm so not prepared. I will have to get back to you on that.
That doesn't matter as much, but you told us like she DNF'd,
She didn't finish,
and we were all like, Katie!
No, it totally wasn't my fault. She had an
Gave her
accident.
Gatorade.
She had an accident on the track like a week or two
Wait.
before.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a on the runs incident.
Oh,
No.
well, no. I think
She-
if I
It happened-
remember correctly,
it was a dog.
it was a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
she was still recovering from that.
Well,
Yep.
I hope she's
But-
fine.
But
was
volunteering at the
well-hydrated.
Boston Marathon.
She was well
so
hydrated.
fun.
Yes, Katie, you did a great job. She was well hydrated.
She was. She was.
Yeah, now we all have these cool jackets to wear to make everybody jealous.
A little jealous.
Yeah.
Next
I
year, we
would
can
love to have
try to
been
do
there.
a team thing again.
I think next year I can do a lot more of this stuff now that I'll just have to plan early
Mm-hmm.
instead of getting my whole schedule in the fall booked up 6 months ahead of time before we start a podcast.
Yep. But
That's awesome.
So, other than that, I ran a couple of half marathons, and I keep breaking my PRs. Like I'm in good shape right now, guys.
Keep
Pretty
it up.
happy.
How are you going to keep going through the winter?
My new treadmill, my best friend in the basement.
You and Bex, baby.
Yeah, and my bike. So I'm gonna do I think the next round of the Power Zone training. I'm looking forward to that because I have not been on the bike for a while.
I'm in the middle of week 5.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of fell behind on week 3, but we went camping and that kind of ruined everything.
Yeah.
So I've been catching up, but I'm not like, so you don't want to ever miss a ride. You need to do it on the day they tell you to do it, when they tell you to do it. You need to click it because you're all about the team and the points. And the team gets points on your Power Zone pack. I'm just like, all right, remember the rides, and I'm going to do the rides in the correct order. So I'm pretty caught up. I would say I'm one ride behind.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of week 5, 8-week program, 4 rides a week. I kind of cheat because I don't cheat, but they tell you sometimes you got to take a ride with Matt or with Olivia or with Dennis. Well, we know who we like and don't like.
Yes.
And when I saw a ride with one person, and I'm like, I don't want to do that ride. So on Monday it says take a ride with, we'll just say Katie. And then on Wednesday, you can take a ride with Erika or with Shauna. Well, I decided I don't want to do Katie's ride, so I'm going to do Erika's ride and then Shauna's ride and just check mark the Katie's ride that I did.
I won't take that personally.
So he cheats. But no, it's still doing the work. You're getting the workouts in. So yeah.
I had a ride. My last ride was with Matt. Matt Whippler's, hey, what's up, bud? Can't wait to meet you someday. Maybe Erika will do a random spontaneous Instagram video of me and send it to him. Take notes, Erika.
Yes,
Will you fangirl after?
I did a ride. It was all Zone 2. It was tough.
Oh, I love it. I did a Zone 2 for fun.
I was like, I hear him say, hey, guys, Power Zone Endurance. We're going to be in Zone 2 all day. I'm like, this is awesome. And then it's like, all right, 4 minutes. Cadence at 100. All right, 1 minute recovery. Stay in Zone 2. It's like, okay. Then 4 minutes. Cadence at 80. 1 minute recovery again in
I feel like
Zone
I took
2.
this class and
then it's like 4 minutes at 60 cadence. So you really have to adjust the resistance to keep your cadence and match it with your Power Zone.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, I was like, that was a tough Zone 2 ride.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling pretty strong on the bike though, and it's helping with hockey. I referee college hockey, so my legs feel great.
Great.
And
maybe you should get back to some running.
I know. So Santa Shuffle. We'll sign up tonight.
Yep.
Do we do it as a team?
No, it's individual. There's not like a team component. We're just going to do it together.
All right. I just got to check the date.
We'll work on
Yeah.
it.
And then we'll sign up for. So we're talking about Virginia last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're making me pull out things when I was drinking. This is hard to do. So I am looking forward to hopefully getting in to do a live Yeti trail runners or like Yeti trail race. Because the ultra, they're just like the ultra running awesome people.
So Erika last night's like, dude, do you want to go with me to Virginia? I want to do this Yeti race. I'm like, well, I kind of want to go to Virginia and do a half Ironman. I was talking about it with Scott. And I said, well, when's your race? It's the same weekend as mine, but the opposite day, the different day. Hers is Saturday, mine's Sunday.
Oh, so you can do the Ironman with him, and he can do the Yeti with you, and you can run both days.
That's a little extreme.
And Katie and I will stay here and cheer for you from home.
That's a little extreme. I was thinking more like I go watch her on Saturday, and then she watches me on Sunday, and then one quick trip.
Right.
Hopefully Scott could do it.
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I can do both. Could you do both?
I can't do both. I'm going to
you
sign
can't
up.
swim. You'd die. You'd drown.
I wouldn't die. I would just be buried.
You'd have a code brown in the water. Oh, shit.
But I'm just, I'm going to do a 50K, I think. They have a 50-mile option. I just don't know if I'm there yet. But,
Which you've done before.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, you're Anchor Down, you did almost 50 miles. So
well, yeah, but that's over 12 hours. I want to pace myself.
Well, listen, I need to get a good night's sleep before Ironman Virginia 70.3, so you better finish early.
Well, I hope so. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
6 hours, they'll be good.
Yeah, they're only like an hour apart, vacation-wise. I'm like, we could do this. It was June?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First weekend in June.
I think we do that. Maybe we sign up soon.
Yeah, that's on the agenda.
This was good. I think we should we should close. What do we call it? The cool down.
The cool down.
The cool down.
Yeah.
All right. So big news. Our podcast has hit 100 downloads.
Woo!
It's all thanks to you people out there. Thank you.
So
Keep on listening.
Yeah, 100. Shauna goes, we have 100 listeners. I go, I think we maybe have 25 to 30.
I'm not really big on this whole podcast social media stuff, so apparently I was off on my understanding.
If everyone's listened, we got about, if we don't count the 4 of us, Shauna never listens. So we got about 30 listeners.
I I get to experience it live.
So last episode, I called out my family because they never listened. And when my sister's finally listening, I get a text like, way to call me out, bro. So they finally listened. And I know your mom is fighting for top listener with Dave. Or maybe top fan. Dave is a huge fan. I get comments from all the time. Dave will get you on the show, bud. Your dad, did he listen?
Honestly, I don't know. He hasn't mentioned it, but maybe I can guilt trip him into it.
How about, does your mom listen? Shauna
doesn't know how to do podcasts.
No one knows who I'm talking to when I do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my mom doesn't. I don't know if I can try to get her. If I can show her how to do it, but I don't even know how to find podcasts unless you guys send me the link. So.
Well, we're on Spotify. And
I think she listened to the first one with me.
You can find our podcast in our Instagram bio.
I don't have Spotify.
Do you have anything?
Nope. I have nothing.
No Instagram, Shauna. No Spotify, Shauna. No social media. You're on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook. Well, I am, but I'm not.
It's fine. It's all good.
So you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iHeartRadio. Katie, is there anywhere else? Or those the only two we clicked?
That's all we have as of right now. We're
fine.
working on some potential others.
I think we got to decide if we're going to pay a little coin to keep all these episodes live, and then we can get on Google and Apple, right?
We'll try to keep the ads to a minimum.
Yeah. No free ads. Our logo. Long time ago, I created a fun little poop emoji logo running with toilet paper.
Stuck to the foot, right?
Right. So no Instagram Shauna has no clue that I posted this on our Instagram the other day. But we're thinking of creating a cool logo for next year.
We need something, yeah. If we're gonna make this legit, we gotta have a real logo.
It'd be fun. So if anyone has an idea, you can email us. Or if anyone wants to do it, if anyone has talent to do this, because you saw my talent.
Actually, I think I did that. I did that in Snapchat.
Oh, it was you? Okay.
I think so.
I thought it was me.
Well, either way, Snapchat art is not the way to go. So.
Yeah. I found it I was going through all our old photos from our old group chat, just looking for something to post on a dead day. Yeah, so we need a logo. If any of you want to do this for us, for free, by the way, you can email us at, or we can pay you in what, Shauna? What did you say earlier?
Shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
Lots of free shout-outs.
Yeah. You can email us at ontherunspod@gmail.com. Or you can just, DM us on Instagram. That would probably be easier.
At On the Runs. See?
Yeah, On the Runs. It's Halloween, but winter time's coming up. For our winter episodes, we're thinking about bringing on some people for some interviews. We all have, someone in mind. You have Rachel and a few others. I have Scott, and Scott's story is going to be big. We might have to do it in part 1 and part 2, but Scott has the story of trying to do all these Ironmans to get to Kona. We've talked about Kona, and then it got canceled, but his stories involve breaking bones, crashing, blood, code browns, dehydration, hospital visits after a race, getting sick before a race that was 106 degrees, and also racing in the middle of a thunderstorm on the other side of the world and coming close every time, but no cigar. So he finally did most recently, and you'll have to hear that story. So I'm hoping to bring him on. Shauna is going to have some great pregnancy stories for us, maybe. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's not a lot going on, not a lot of activity happening. I try to walk here and there, and, I really, really admire the people who run marathons or a 5K even, in their 7, 5, 6, however many months of pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Impressive.
Well, you're
kudos
a fan.
To you.
Katie, you're a fan of Ashley Paulson.
Oh, yes.
And she ran 8 miles to the hospital to deliver her baby. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you need to
very,
top it.
very impressive. Yeah.
Wow.
She brought her friends along and for the runs.
Made the newspaper and everything. Cool. So you need to do that.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Run to your delivery And we'll tell the news. We'll get you on local New Hampshire news, and we'll go shout out to the pod on the run.
Well, it's not that far. You got this.
Yeah. Well, if I drive to your house, maybe I can run there.
You could do it from my house.
Yeah.
'cause
Here I am, just like, oh no, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah. I mean, I could barely bike with Erika. I did with half a marathon with Erika on a bike, and I was like,
You did great.
My house will be. Ashley was pregnant with the twins, and she had to go for an ultrasound, and a snowstorm hit, and she woke up, and I get up to go clean off the cars and take her, and I was going to wake up Adeline, and I'm like, where is she? And I text her, where are you? Like, no cars left the parking lot. She goes, oh, I walked.
How
And
far are you from?
We can see the hospital from our house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can, so we're pretty close. It's probably a 10-minute walk, but
In snow.
Yeah.
in the snow.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah, barefoot.
So yeah, I don't know.
Just don't drop any babies on your way.
Oh no.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. This was fun. We're going to try to get you more of these throughout the winter, and maybe we'll see some of you at the Santa Shuffle. We're going to sign up tonight.
All right. Don't forget to stretch.
Yeah. Bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining. Thanks, me. You did a great job.
Thanks, me. Oh, we're sticking with it. Yes, thank you, me.
I don't know what else to do. What did you think of it, dude? Did you listen to it?
Oh, I edited it. Like
Yeah.
and I did some editing. Took out some longer pauses, but really the one thing I did was I took out the background noise. There's a lot of background noise, like white
yeah.
noise. I got rid
Just
of that.
from having the mic in the middle of the table. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah,
But
so,
I
no,
had so much
I
fun
did.
listening to that.
But it was like a month ago when I did it. So,
Mhm.
all right, my notes are Halloween party. Remind me about the Halloween party. I showed up after a hockey game, right?
Yes, and that's one of the first times that you embarrassed me with a Bex video.
It might have been
So
the first.
it very well
If
could
it
have.
wasn't the first, it was the second.
It was up there. But yeah, that was one of the ones where we're just sitting in Danielle's basement. I remember this. We had been drinking. You were in a suit. I forgot about that part.
Well,
You had
because
just
I had
come-
to dress up for hockey
Yep,
when I
you
was
just came
refereeing
from-
college hockey.
Yep. And I had my dirndl on, my pretty dress from Germany. Well, not from Germany, but I wore it to Germany. And you were just like, videotape, hey, Bex. and I was like, oh my God, don't. So that was the first of the common occurrences, and he still does it to this day. So
Yeah, I
Stuck
did it
around,
most
lots of
recently
fun.
in New York City outside the Peloton Studios. And I sent her a message yesterday, might have been today. She got
Really?
Girl Scout cookies, and it's like her first ever
Mm.
time. And she's showing all the cookies, and I responded, "You need to freeze the Thin Mints. I think that's the best way to eat
Smart.
Thin Mints."
Definitely a good tip. I hope she follows it. But yeah, I saw that too. She was eating like a tag along, one of the peanut buttery ones, and that's a good choice too.
Staying on the topic of Bex, do you watch stories on Instagram? Are you like watching the entire stories?
I tend to. I'm a little behind in the past couple of days, but
So Bex in the last month or so has given like these really amazing updates of her life in the house with construction and the baby.
Mm.
And there was like a week that Austin was gone and she has all this construction and wants them out. They're taking too long.
yeah.
I felt every one of those moments as far as like being the solo parent there, the house construction as well. I understand it, house projects and all that. I'm taking her run the other day, actually. I have it on the Peloton app and I'm on the treadmill and I'm listening in my ears and she's talking about it there too. She's so real. Like you probably heard the same thing because it says I took the same class as Erika, but she's talking about like, she's getting really personal too about how she doesn't like this contractor and how they're taking too long and all the dust and everything and all that. And you can tell she was actually kind of annoyed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I appreciated that she's sharing that and it's not all happy-go-lucky all the time.
That's one of the reasons I appreciate her so much. She's not gonna like fake it down for you, She's gonna tell it like it is. She's not gonna lie. She's just gonna throw it out there. She's showing you what's going on. not everything is easy. Like she'll admit like, yes, I'm privileged for this. And she recognizes that, but still like it's an issue. Like no matter how it goes, everybody has that kind of problem when they're working with people who are just kind of dicking them around, you know? So I just appreciate that she will share that kind of her personal life with us. And a lot of people don't do that. So
I really do too. And I didn't pay super attention to her story like a year or two ago. I just only done it recently. So the other interesting thing about what she shared on her story is she's working on getting her driver's license. And I was kind of like, oh, you don't typically see someone as old as us without a driver's license. And I thought that was funny. Two of our favorite people from the podcast don't have driver's license.
Wait, who's the other one?
Bex and Doozer.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. Well, no, I thought he did get it because he had to for like a video thing.
You're right. He had to look
but
for
he
like
just
an
chooses. Yeah, he chooses
does not drive. He
to
doesn't own a car. You're
drive.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe technically he has.
But
a
I feel
driver's
like
license.
Bex, didn't she have one out in Europe? But
yes.
had to get it
She
again
needed to get one here in the States, and she has to like take a legit test and all that stuff to do it. She just can't get a new driver's license because she had one in the UK. So
yep. So it's a lot of work. I applaud them for getting it done.
And speaking of the UK, the last episode had your London Marathon.
Oh, still to this day, that is my PR marathon. It has a special place in my heart.
Cool.
What was it? Like a 37-minute PR from my last one. Still, I've only done one other sub 4.
You went with Rachel on that trip, right?
She was there at the same time. I technically went with Brandon. We were actually all staying at the same hotel, which was fun. And we just met up for little things here and there, like a few dinners together. But Brandon and I had our own things to do. She had her things to do. And
yeah. So you talked, I remember a lot about COVID testing because that was like you needed to get tested like 19 times to go there. And then like on the airplane to get off the airplane and then like in your hotel room and all that. So there's a lot of the COVID testing going on at that time. But then Yum Nuts.
Probably still one of the best donuts I've had. And it was just from this little like convenience store. Like it wasn't even from like a Dunkin' Donuts type place. It was like a little shop. And I will send you a picture because it looks like this little like Cookie Monster thing, like a chocolate donut with googly eyes. It was fun. I liked it. It was delicious. That episode had so much to talk about. I had to make some notes. I realized when listening to it, I actually did sort of have a code brown. And that was the one that I was talking about to Tara and you on the way home from our Peloton journey. So now people are going to realize what I was actually talking to because there's the story. I didn't realize that we hadn't actually aired it yet, which is kind of funny.
Well, we might have on episode 5. So if you went back to episode 5, I think a lot of what's on episode 5 is what's on the lost episode.
Oh.
It was just like 3 months later, though.
Oh, see, I completely forgot about episode 5 because episode 4 is so fresh in my head.
Well, let's go back. Like, okay, so when we started this, it was like, let's just try it and see if we like it. If it feels like work or if it's too hard, we're not going to do it, right? So we did episodes 1, 2, 3, and then we recorded episode 4. But a lot of time passed before we dropped it, or well, yeah, because we just dropped it now.
Yeah.
But everyone was getting busy. Shauna was pregnant. By the way, congratulations, Shauna. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say it. Let's just say congratulations, Shauna. Okay.
For another reason. Yes.
But Katie was very busy with family stuff going on too. And so we were like, okay, we'll put it on hold. But you and I, let's go back. You and I just kept talking every day about continuing the podcast and what we want it to be. And then Black Friday came and we just bit the bullet and bought some stuff together.
Yeah. And we had been talking about in that episode about how eventually we wanted to make it an interview based podcast, or we wanted to get people on. Like I had Rachel in mind. You had Scott in mind. We even threw around Dave. We were like, yeah, let's see if we can get Dave on, buddy. Yeah, let's go. So we made those dreams come true, and it's awesome.
It was really cool to go back and listen to that because at the time it was like, we need to find a time. Like, we need Dave to drive here to New Hampshire to have him on. And can we get Scott to come to Katie's house and do this and just sit around a table with that giraffe? Remember the giraffe? I'll use that for the episode photo. But
That's right.
yeah, it is pretty cool what we've done here. This is so 95 episodes so far. This is episode 4, and we're coming up to 100. So that's just so cool. And the things we talked about that we wanted to do on the end of episode 4, we continued to talk about, and we made it happen. We just kept going, stayed consistent, and it's been what a fun ride this has been.
I can't believe this was we did this in 2021, I guess October, and so here we are. It's February of 2024. Like, we've done so much in that time. I'm so proud of us. I'm proud of you.
All organic. We've done it all on our own. We're not like buying followers or buying likes or downloads or trying to we haven't paid for we haven't paid for anything outside of Buzzsprout and Riverside that we used to record this. We're not
that was another thing. We're like, do we want to spend money on this?
Right.
Should we?
Right. And how much is too much? How much should we spend? Should we get real microphones or just do it on our phone? I was like, listen, if we do this, we at least need good sound quality. We need good sound quality, or else no one's going to listen. They're going to hear for the first 3 minutes and go, nah, see you later. So yeah. Dude, so much more is going to happen. This is going to be great.
Yeah, big things are coming.
Speaking of big things coming, next week is March, and what happens a lot of the time in March?
Basketball.
And I hate basketball. But what else does everyone get mad about during the month of March?
Basketball. March Madness.
March Madness.
Where are you going with this?
We've talked about doing a March Madness bracket for years. Yes. Well, since the first year when we started this, and we're going to do it this year, and we're going to talk about it right now because I have 2 weeks to get it done if we talk about it right now. Yes, I just randomly sent you, Tara Pterodactyl, and Lindsay a message saying, listen, ladies, I want to do March Madness, and I want it to be around running. Help me out with some categories. Let's brainstorm. And we just went to work within 20 minutes, and we had it figured out what we wanted to do.
Yeah, for this bracket, we are breaking it down into a few different categories, but we're going food. Food is number one for runners.
Loves food. I love food. You love food. We love eating food. We love pooping food. Food is amazing.
We love pooping food.
Pooping the food is not going to be a category.
We love thinking about food. We like actually eating
drinking.
Food.
We love drinking too. So we have 4 categories. We're going to do a 32 team bracket. Right? So, and we're going to do this throughout the entire month of March. It will be 4 weeks, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. Each category, there'll be a couple. I will post these on Instagram like a poll. So we need you guys to vote. And it might be, let's go, race day breakfast is a category. That might be bagels versus muffins, and you vote. And then another one might be Pop-Tarts versus
waffles.
Waffles, right? And you vote, and we're going to get these. So this is your chance now. If you have any suggestions for pre-race meal, that's the night before, race day breakfast, race fuel, like gels and blocks, and
during anything you eat during your runs.
Yeah, pretzels. You can even count a swig of Coca-Cola, pickles. We're not going brands, so gels is gels. It's not UCAN or Power Bar gels, right?
Yeah, we got this.
Right, and then the other one was going to be post-race meal and or drinks. So we can count beer, we can count hard liquor if you want. If
cheeseburgers.
Like to drink. Right. So if you have suggestions, you can send them to us, and maybe they'll make the cut. So basically we need 8 for each category, and each category will battle down through the 4, and then you have the final 4, the winner of the race day breakfast, and the winner of the race fuel, and the winner of the pre-race meal and post-race meal. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And maybe I was thinking, since I involved you, Tara, and Lindsay, each of us can have a bracket, and we can kind of figure out a bet or something. So if I have race fuel,
I have an idea. Whatever wins, I'll do it. For a race that's coming up, I'll take all the winners. I'll do the whatever one for dinner. I'll eat it. Whatever won for breakfast, I'll eat it.
I love
Whatever
this.
wins for during,
So if
I'll eat it.
So if we do like if we could somehow get sushi to win the pre-race meal and fish to be breakfast and the
Cucumber
race
rolls
fuel,
for Erika.
the race fuel to be a chili dog and post-race meal to be liver and onions, you would do it?
Hell yeah, I'll do it. You know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. But it'll be during like a 5K, or maybe like we can do a fun run, but I'll still do it. But this will just be for content.
It could be for your cheap marathon. Are you doing cheap again?
I am doing cheap, but I want to do well in cheap. I don't know. I'll think about when I do it, but eventually I will totally eat the winners. Let's put it that way.
All right, you're going to eat the winners. This could be fun. This could be interesting. This might actually sway some votes now. People will be like, oh, I would really think Erika would love pasta for the pre-race meal, but man, shrimp the night before the race, that might mess with her and it might make for good content. People might their votes might get swayed here.
I have to be careful because I probably will puke if I eat any seafood. So that's going to just ruin everything afterwards. But
I definitely want to put seafood in the pre-race meal because you kind of need, like, if you have 8, you need the 1 versus 8, right? And you'll see if 8 can actually upset 1, but it usually doesn't. But you don't want to go your best versus the best.
Come on, people,
right away.
don't do me dirty. Just let's do this the right way and pick the good things, the best things that win. And I'll go all out and eat all the best things.
All right, so March Madness on the run style, it's going to happen. I've already kind of done some draft mock-ups of the bracket. What do you think of my job?
I think you did a great job. I'm really excited to start thinking of some stuff. I'll throw out some answers too, but I love this idea. I think it's awesome. You did a good job.
Maybe we can print the real graph. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's going to be some work. And speaking of work, I've kind of slowed down on the website thing. The website can come one day, but the website, guess what? It costs money. I didn't know that. I should have known that. But well,
we're not worried about it at the moment.
The website the kind of website I want to put out there costs more money than I want to spend. And it's not a ton of money. It's basically the same we pay for Buzzsprout, but we built
that adds up.
Right, but we built the On the Run Strava group page, and we could blog on that because I did a little blog. It was like a paragraph long, and you can do it and others can too. So if you guys join our Patreon Strava On the Runs group, it's not a Patreon. So if you guys join our Strava On the Runs group, you can go in there and write some things down if you want, or that's what I'm kind of going to do for now. What did I call it? The dump and rally? I had a dump and rally and I talked about it on Strava.
Yes, well done. That's the content we want to see. So if you've got anything, share away. We love it.
So my focus now for the next 2 weeks is the bracket, and then we go Boston weeks for April. It's going to be awesome.
Busy.
We have some great guests lined up. We might have some other great guests coming too. We'll see. And then it's summertime. We're that close to summer.
I'm ready to yeet winter right out the window.
Well, I'm not. I want one more snowstorm, a big one.
How about you do it on your vacation way away from me?
Well,
I don't want it.
I would take that because I'll take that because I'll be skiing on vacation. We're going skiing for the week. We're going to be at J Peak. They got that gigantic indoor water park. The kids are going to love it. But I want one more here in New Hampshire about the week after that. Or no, have it be right after St. Paddy's Day because we're doing the 20-miler for St. Paddy's Day.
I don't want it in March. No way. No, I think we're going to be good. I feel like
you just want to finish March.
No, I don't want it anymore. No,
I want a dumping of snow one more time.
No, because it's going to ruin my rail trail, man. I won't be able to run on my rail trail. I want it back. It's mine. I'm going to fight you on this. Put them up, man.
So it's going to be fun. We got March Madness. Then we got Boston Weeks for the entire month of April. It's going to be a blast. And then it's going to be, just...
It's going to be May.
All right, this was a ton of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit shorter. Could you believe our episodes back then were only like 38 minutes.
They were nice and short. We had our little rundowns, the cool downs, and our
We
100
had
listeners.
segments.
So
Holy shit.
I know. That was
I like
us
what we have
figuring it
now, though.
out,
I
so.
like that we call it the tros instead of the intro and the outro. I really like our style. I
Me
think,
too.
yeah, this is
We
great.
figured it out. We did it.
We're gonna bring back the OTR lives this summertime because I'll have more time. When I come back from vacation, I have 2 more hockey games and I'm done, and we'll have a little more time,
Nice.
or I'll just have more time.
There
It'll
you
be
go.
fun. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool. We could add yum nuts. What would yum nuts go in? Would that be race fuel?
I would say that could be a breakfast.
Yeah. Same with the
Yeah.
donut. Yeah.
Or honestly, that could fit in any time, a during and
March
after.
Madness is gonna be epic.
People are gonna
I
be like,
can't
"What
wait.
the f is a yum nut?" But hey, put
Google
it in
it,
there,
guys.
man. That'll be my contribution.
Hey, I got one question for you.
Yes, I'm listening.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Oh, I don't know, but this better be good.
Because the P's silent.
But
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being part of our pod family. Don't forget, I haven't said this in forever, so I'm gonna blow it up right now. If you know how to do a rating or a review, give us a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Music. Go give us a review and say how awesome we are or how awful we are, but just type in how awful we are and don't hit submit. And then follow us on Instagram, link in bio. You can find our links to everything. I'm posting a little more on YouTube. I've edited some YouTube videos. I haven't put them out yet. I know, I'm sorry, but Erika and I need some time to do like the tros for those. They're going to be mini tros, but like introducing this YouTube guest, Ryan Van Duzer or Aaron Azar or somebody. So it looks like Riverside, as much as you were frustrated, they're making it a lot easier to edit the video portion of the podcast. And so I think we might get more full version episodes on YouTube, minus the tros, so full versions of the
Okay.
guest appearance.
well, I'm happy
This
about
summer.
that. Whatever
This
makes your
summer.
job easier. So
Yeah, this
good.
summer. Well, it's another thing added to it, but I love it. So I would love if you guys could support us. Tell your friends. Tell everyone you see. If you got our stickers or whatever, hand them out. If you hear people talking about running, be like, you should check out On the Runs. If you really love us and want to support us and help pay for that Riverside account that just renewed, by the way, and help pay for Buzzsprout, join our Patreon page. $4 or $9. Be a friend of the pod or a lover on the pod. Follow us, share. We're about to hit 1,000 followers, and I'm really proud about that. I don't mind that it's taken us over 2 years to get there. I really don't mind at all, but I feel like we're going to start getting more and more quicker, and we'll hit 2,000 in twice the time it took us, or in half the time it took us to hit 1,000. So we're growing. I really am enjoying this. And this was really, really fun to go back in time to the lost episode.
All right, all you listeners out there. If you're new, welcome. If you've been sticking with us, thank you. And as Shauna used to say, don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first episode of the On the Runs podcast.
I'm Eric.
I'm Erika.
I'm Shauna.
And I'm Katie.